Come closer, beloved son, beloved daughter, and let us talk about your destiny. Do you feel the importance of this moment? Pay attention now, for I am revealing mysteries about your purpose, including when it comes to the heart to love. You have been wondering when certain promises will come to fruition. I see your exhaustion when prayers seem to echo empty instead of awakening cherished dreams. You notice the delay as I simply prepare and position myself for the right time. Trust in my perfection and providence. I am satisfied with your patience thus far, but understand that further cultivation of endurance will bring greater rewards than you can imagine. Dispelling shadows give way to heat and light. A compound revelation dawns on those who walk before me faithfully, but along with joyful advances, there always looms the adversary, lurking with sharp teeth, determined to devour and destroy the immaculate future that is rapidly unfolding. Eyes shine with anger and envy, contemplating prophecies. Come closer, blessed son, blessed daughter. Do you feel the adventure and blessings unfolding on the horizon of your story? If you receive them, show it in the comments by writing, "I receive them, Lord." The time has come to launch ships that have long been safely anchored in the harbor into the seas that enchant the soul. Consider first what your journey will require as it unfolds unplanned. Sailing unpredictable seas will test character and courage, but do not fear danger. In my immovable wisdom, discern which waves offer lessons and which gently caress your safety. Your trust rests not only in your ability, but ultimately in me. You learn to depend on my guidance, not fearful self-protection. Discovery takes time, but unfolds with wonder. I lead you on scavenger hunts to uncover facets of yourself and others, sparkling with the sacred light often buried or disregarded. There will also be less dazzling moments to thrive in discovering life's sweetest nectar, distilled through the seasons that only patient souls uncover. If you accept my plans for your life, in the comments write, "I embrace your plans, Lord." I teach you resilience, even in the midst of these challenges. Learn from conflict, grow through forgiveness, but refuse the seeds of anxiety contaminating the pure soil before me. Just as I work individually on each one, looking for empty places to transform stormy sands, take courage, beloved son, beloved daughter. You were born to weather the storm and thrive. Dear son, dear daughter, once again I wish to speak to you about love and destiny intertwined. You feel doors unlocking as we commune. Precious insights await to be revealed, so draw near with open ears to receive what I am revealing, especially to you. I see the optimism behind the overflowing eyes, determined not to cry, smiling bravely. Though the signs of growth are hidden, my best gifts rarely shine brightly with impatient demands. But they come shrouded in mystery, awakened at the opportune, ironically poetic moment. Long decades of effort give way so quickly to sighs of relief when finally finding home. What desperate hunger pursued in vain is discovered with joy already extended to ultimate reach. This will require a measure of revelation, vulnerability laid bare by the cruel disruption of the past. Do not be afraid to repeat the paradox of courage tempered with care, not hurting the world at first sight bored by everyday life. However, true love values for better or for worse, especially when the worst momentarily eclipses brighter horizons. Every worthwhile adventure brings moments of the mundane amidst the mountaintops of victory. Choose your companions not just based on fading charisma, but consistent character through storms and calms. If you are guided by the fervor of purpose, take my hand, see how I make all things beautiful in the appropriate time and season. Do not fear your sufficiency, nor weakly doubt my fullness. Overflowing in the willing, simply say yes to calls once considered impossible. For nothing gladdens a father's heart more than bringing the kingdom of love to sons and daughters, knowing that it is valued. Even now, I fill your cup, overflowing with the honey of the rock. Don't worry about the provision, nor doubt the bold bloom before they even reach you. I prepared the solution. In my economy there is no deficiency. My barns overflow with abundance. No need exists that I have not already provided for before time began. The key turned in the firm hand of faith. Faith seeks my kingdom first, and everything else flows effortlessly from that fixed point. If your faith in me is great, in the comments write, "My faith is unshakable." However, the frenetic pace of life drags even the most unfit at heart into royalty. The authority of my throne room pulses through your veins. So walk boldly to the throne of grace and expect extravagant outpourings of abundance in response. Yes, for you and through you, to bless multitudes, for such is my nature. My beloved son, my beloved daughter, you have direct access to all of heaven's resources. Take my hand, rise above the turbulent chaos, rise high with me. From the vantage point of this ridge, gaze upon the vastness of my supply. David, the young king, raised to my glory. The world called him the limitless miner, but in his weakness, my power shone brightly through him. I toppled giants, silenced inner voices echoing worldly limitations. Enough, the scarcity mentality stretches the ropes that bind you. Let my truth cut through these suffocating lies. I lift him up, cut his chains, and put him in high places with me. Here we will dream together as one mind, one heart without divisions separating us. Our impossibilities become reality in the blink of an eye. Then declare with bold expectation here on earth. This declaration of faith draws heaven through the veil and plants my promise firmly in its soil. Treat her with care, shower her with praise. Nourish it with declaration, root out doubts before they strangle the tender bud. Stand guard over what we decree together until you see the first green spike emerge from the earth. This tenacious faith pleases me greatly and sets all the angels in heaven into action. To live life deeply, to reach the dizzying heights of destiny. However, I feel the hesitation. You look over the edge of the known and familiar, retreating to safer boundaries through the gravity of disappointments. Like a shy colt, potential grows, but confidence keeps him trapped within past limits when his spirit longs to gallop free and wild. Will you trust me? If so, declare in the comments a sincere, "I trust you, Lord." Watch what happens when you register. Aim for an intentional sequence of milestones to excite and free you. Strategically, I incorporate touch points along your journey to affirm that I am the author of this adventure. These signposts remind you not to isolate hope on some distant horizon when present beauty abounds. Grace upon grace builds foundations robust enough to sustain emerging purposes. The character is polished with fortitude and wisdom, as wonderful as whatever defined the iconic role he wrote for his story. No more fears. Now have courage like a child who walks with his father. Stop shaking and walk firmly, upright, aligned with the heavenly purpose that cannot, will not, must not fail, for I commanded it before you arrived. For too long, you have struggled in vain, wandering the empty halls of human understanding. But now I call you out into the light of divine revelation. Do you accept this invitation? If so, write in the comments. Tune your spiritual ears to the sound of my voice. The cacophony of the world tries to drown me out, the tumult of anxiety and fear. Self-effort and struggle create static in its connection to me. As you retreat to the quiet place of my presence, clarity comes. My voice echoes in the deepest recesses of your being, unlocking understanding and purpose. Do not underestimate the power of wisdom. Do not relegate our friendship to religious duty. Instead, enter into sacred communion with your Father, where understanding, logic, and human limitations sterile duty. The confusion of the world entangles my children in a maze of futility, no matter which path they choose. Anxiety and dissatisfaction remain. I offer you an elevated perspective, an eagle's eye view by which you can navigate decisions and make sense of mysteries. Heaven's strategic designs translate chaos into order, while human wisdom only generates more effort and complexity. Mine unlocks clarity and simplicity effortlessly. The path to the kingdom is permeated by the promise of your guidance. Lead me, Father, through the uncertain paths and inspire me to dance in the storm, trusting that your firm hand will sustain me in your unconditional love. I find refuge and encouragement. I know that even when darkness threatens to swallow the light, your presence shines like a beacon, dispelling the shadows. Give me the courage to fix my eyes on the promise of a radiant future, where you, Lord, are the light that guides the steps of your beloved. Deep within my own identity, in sacred texts, I see the promise of an ongoing revelation, an unveiling of purpose and meaning. May I remain receptive to your voice. May it shape my being according to your will, sir. In your wisdom, you understand the complexity of the human journey. Grant me the discernment to recognize opportunities for growth, even when they are disguised as challenges. May I embrace each season of life with gratitude, confident that in all things you work for good. Heavenly Father, in the prayer I raise, I may be like pleasant incense, ascending to the heavens and reaching your sanctifying presence. May my words intertwine with the heavenly melody, harmonizing with the songs of the angels that celebrate the grandeur of your creation. May this prayer, like a sweet fragrance, be accepted in the heavenly courts, enveloping me in your indescribable peace. In my quest to understand divine designs, I recognize the need for humility in the face of the vastness of your wisdom. Even when vision is clouded by tears, I trust that in each tear, your hand gently embroiders the promise of comfort and renewal. As this prayer unfolds, I plead for your constant presence, a steadfast beacon in the storms of life. Like a confident navigator in the stars, I ask for your divine guidance at life's crossroads. May I fix my gaze on the constellations of your purpose, operating with patience and confidence. Enable me, Father, to navigate with courage, knowing that in you I find true security in your infinite kindness. Enlighten me like a lighthouse at the top of the mast, so that I can discern the paths of the troubled waters of life. May my faith be like a divine compass, always pointing towards the center of your desire. Enable me to navigate with courage, knowing that in you I find true security. Heavenly Father, I recognize the need for humility before the vastness of your wisdom. Even when vision is clouded by tears, I trust that in each tear, your hand embroiders the promise of consolation and renewal. As this prayer unfolds, I plead for your constant presence, a steadfast beacon in the storms of life. Like a confident navigator in the stars, I ask for your divine guidance at life's crossroads. May I fix my gaze on the constellations of your purpose, operating with patience and confidence. Enable me, Father, to navigate with courage, knowing that in you I find true security in your infinite kindness. Enlighten me like a lighthouse at the top of the mast, so that I can discern the paths of the troubled waters of life. May my faith be like a divine compass, always pointing towards the center of your desire. Enable me to navigate with courage, knowing that in you I find true security. As I face the storms and challenges, may I not be driven by fear, but by trust in your unwavering love. Enable me to dance in the storm, confident that you are my refuge and strength. May this prayer be like a song, a symphony that resonates in the heavens, even in the dissonant chords of affliction. Heavenly Father, on the banks of these life-giving waters, I find rest and restoration. May my life be a living testimony of your transforming grace, a divine harmony that echoes eternally. I close this prayer as if closing a precious book, knowing that in your presence I find peace and complete security. Know, blessed son, blessed daughter, that moments like these, where we are united in communion and unity, are priceless. I am very, very happy when you dedicate a few minutes of your day to be in my presence, listening to my words. Never forget that the love I feel for you is immeasurable and beyond your human understanding. Also know that I will be very pleased if you want to remain in my presence a little longer. Peace be with you, my beloved son, my beloved daughter. May this communion strengthen our bonds and guide each step of your path.